Hello. Happy Friday. Boyman Willow, Mac Liari. Hope everyone is doing well. Chapter 3. Typical Theron. Okay. So I've been modeling some buildings, and I'll show you the difference here. So this was my first draft of the saloon, which as you can see looks fine. And here is the second draft. I'm expecting a call on the walkie-talkie. Just a heads up. Probably in about 15 minutes or so. Anyway. First draft, second draft. The main difference being that the second one is more whimsical. Everything is a lot more exaggerated, proportion-wise, and angles. Everything here is made out of CSGs in this first draft. So everything is made of boxes and rigid angles. You know, everything's very perfect, clean. And in this one, I kind of did a trace over in Blender, and I got a little bit more wiggly with things. And I think that fits a lot better the vibe that we want for the game, is that everything's a little bit more silly. I didn't mess with the platforms as much because I need those to actually I need those to match the actual solidity of the world a bit more. But yeah, there it is. There's the saloon. It'll need a big sign in Frog script. But yeah, much better than the original, I think. There's no doors, but we'll deal with that. There will be doors. And now I'm working on redoing the general store. This is going to be the general store. So I basically am taking a copy of the saloon, and we're just going to kind of go over it and kind of recreate this shape vaguely. So yeah, I think I get exactly what's going on with that in Wild West. I've been looking at lots of pictures of like Old West architecture, and geez, these CSG meshes really have a chance of just screwing up, don't they? I don't get that. So that's a good reason to go back over this and fix it. So what we'll do here. Boom. Boom. Pow. Much better. So it's like, I guess this needs to be, this doesn't need to be this way at all, does it? Oops, what did I just do? Oh dear. There we go. There's so many hotkeys in Blender, and sometimes I just press one and I have no idea what happened or how I can get back to how things used to be. I think we can just drop this completely and just replace it. Just give me a new cube. I want a new cube. Okay, something like that. And then material. No, give it the other one. Yeah, there we go. And then copy it. bring it to about here. Bring that to there. Great. Great. Wobble it a bit. Make it a little bit goofy, a little bit misshapen. That's what we want to see here. A little bit of whimsy. Am I right? I'm right. I'm so right. There we go. Yeah, that's probably fine. Oh, but now... okay, hang on. Yeah, I need just these to come down. So... knife there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I know what to do. I know what to do. So yes, bring these down, but, oh jeez, then that does such terrible things to that. Okay, don't bring these down. So grab everything else. Grab these. Oh, we'll be sneaky. Yeah, there we go. We'll be sneaky with it. Don't worry that it doesn't actually work. Okay. Make sure that it has the proper colliders that we need. We should do that. We need to make sure that all of these have... oh, I see the problem. Yeehaw! Hi, casual. Just trying to randomly rename these. Great. There we go. Oh, nope. This one. This also needs solidity. Okay. So when you import a GLB into Godot, if the object ends in the string -col, it will automatically import it as a static body with collision with a mesh matching whatever you do, which is cool. And similarly, if you make it -col only, then it instead will not render it, but only create a static body. Okay, this. Hang on, I had a Wild West buildings. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Oh, little models. Yeah, let's do it that way. Oh, that's a great little general store there. I'm gonna kind of use this as a guide on what architecture of the Wild West is supposed to look like. Oop. We got about 5 minutes, then I'll have to dip down for about 5 minutes. I kind of do want this to be a different color wood. I should have, had I considered it. This is... Maybe use a timer. I do need to adjust the UV on this a little bit, I think. Scale it up. There we go. Can't do that in CSG boxes. Well, what would I be then? What would my code name be? Okay, so let's look at this. Way too flat and regular. Make this wonky. Make it wonky. The wonkiness is quite important here. You have to understand. Big yellow, you. Okay, this feels like this needs a little something here. Scale only on X. There we go. Oh, nope, nope. Nope, nope. That's fine. This should work. I think that's significant. That's wonky enough. Export, GLB, options, limit to visible objects. Yes, that's what we need. General store. So I put these in the same file in Blender. Hey, Bach. Because it feels like that makes it easier to keep a consistent style. Oh, I forgot this little tiered bit I wanted to do. Let's bring that back up. Yeah, I wanted this to be more slanted. Oh, what? Oh, interesting. There we go. What is this up here? What do we have? What is going on with this? What have I done with the geometry of this object? Jeez. Comedy award. Lizards, yes! What on earth did I do to this geometry? Where's the thing? You know the thing? Face orientation. Oh geez, it's bad. Oh yeah, it's bad, it's bad. Like what is this? Get rid of this. Just delete these. Oh, okay, hang on. Dissolve these vertices. Okay, hang on. What happened here? Who hurt you? Why are you? That's my special attack. I'm about to need to dip away for about 5 minutes, guys. Maybe 3. This is so silly. How could this possibly have happened? Okay, it's easy to fix. Boom. Fixed. Use material 1 on this guy. Boom. Okay, we're not quite there, but you get the idea. Oh, hang on. Great. Cool. Looks amazing. Looks so good. Everything's blue again, like it should be. Okay, but this does need some wonkiness. You must admit, some wonkiness is in order. That'll probably do. Gotta get that blue. Oh, I hate naming things in Blender. That needs collision. So in Godot, when you import a GLB, if the object, such as this right here, if the name of it ends in -col, it will automatically import it with a sibling static body using the same mesh for collision. So you get collision. You can decide which things are gonna have collision and which things aren't, because like I don't care about the collision of this. You're not jumping up on the roof here. So you can be selective. It's really nice, but there's a caveat. And I almost forgot this, and I need to fix it somehow. We're gonna fix it like this. Apply all scale. There we go. So, Godot does not like when you take a static body. Jeez. All right, I need to go downstairs and do bedtime. We're trialing something new. On my way over. I'm gonna leave you guys with some clips, and then I'm gonna explain the thing. Don't let me forget. Static body. Don't let me forget.
Wait, where are they?
This special won't last long!
I'm gonna try my hardest.
No, there's some right here.
Available for a limited time!
Come on!
No!
Be free! Oh no! It was a significant investment of time and effort. It's even the right Dobbs head proportions. The pixels are all there. Every last one, lovingly positioned. Trying not to catch that ceiling as much. All right, that one's kind of free. That jump, so I don't need to be super worried about that one. Oh, that was much cleaner. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy. Uh-oh, this might be bad. Wait. Oh, it works! Ark, what's going on? Why is there a key door? Oh my god. Pixel, you are a wonderful person, and I value our friendship.
Two. So.
Oh yeah, I guess we didn't get as much. Oh. Got him.
Is that a new type of bug or something?
Tank!
Tank bug?
What happened to tank bugs?
Weird.
I am terrified of you.
Where are
sneaking
you?
up. Oh God.
Just lay your weapons down and walk away.
That was that's never gonna work again.
No.
Oh, there we go. Don't look, I missed the jump on Turbine. Oh, TF2. I had to uninstall it. I couldn't keep doing it. I was seriously hooked. I didn't spend any money, but geez, I really wanted to. Okay. The thing you have to watch out for. In Godot. If you had a static body, it's like, wait, you need a collision shape. You can add a collision shape of, say, let's make it a cube. No, let's make it a sphere, so it's more obvious what's going on here. Okay, so we've got this sphere shape. No, never mind. Let's make it a capsule. Okay, so you got this capsule shape, right? You're like, yeah, that's the shape of my object, but maybe it's like, oh, well, actually, it's a little bit more. Let me just stretch it a bit. Let me just stretch it out to make it more of like an ovally shape. Uh-oh, what's this? What's this over here? Oh, let's look at that. A non-uniformly scaled collision shape node will probably not function as expected. Please make sure its scale is uniform. So Godot is fine with you doubling the scale of a capsule or changing it to like 3.7 times as big, as long as it's in all dimensions, the same ratio. As soon as you scale one dimension a little bit more or less, then something could go wrong with the physics. I seen it myself. And when you're exporting from Blender, it keeps the scaling you do. So before you're going to export that as a GLB, make sure you select all of your objects, Control A, and apply those scale transformations so that all of them are set to a uniform scale. Because if you stretch them in Blender, it's not going to like that when you import it. It's fine until you start applying solidity. So if you're going to use this little trick about applying collisions, do that. Okay, so there's our general store. I'm going to export as a GLB. And then I'm going to switch back to the old saloon and also apply my scale transformation. Oh, no. That's weird. Applying my scale transformations did something very bad. It looks like we have maybe a face orientation problem. Oh, I know what it is. These have a negative scale or something, right? I did something wonky with these, I remember. It changes every 6 minutes. That's how I've got it set up. Something like that I did something bad. Oh dear. Okay, hang on. Delete these. Replace them with these. But you have to be careful because look, they don't... Everything's got the wrong dash. All my dash coals are getting appended with other things, so I'm gonna add a bunch of gibberish names. Okay, so these two, I need to duplicate them, rotate them, and move them into the right position. How did that happen? Oh, because that is wonky like that. Okay, hang on. So that's actually correct. Move him into position. Great. Now that's looking good. Okay, but dash collider. Where's that one? Where's that one? Ah. Okay, looks great. Apply scale. Give it a once over. Looks good. Windows. Are Windows good? I don't know how to navigate in Blender like I do in Godot. Oh, this one looks a little bit weird for some reason. See that? You see that? What am I gonna do with an updated copy of Blender Short? What am I gonna do with an updated copy of Blender? Go on. Go on. Export as Saloon. Ye Old Saloon. Imagine all the pointless UI changes. There we go. Now you've talked me into it. You done talked me into it. Gosh darn it. Okay. That looks good. And then General Store. New model object thingy. And then we're gonna do, oops, what did I just do? What did I just do? I don't actually know. We're gonna do new inherited scene. Looks great. Save it as General Store to the General Store folder. And we're probably gonna get rid of that General Store completely. Always breaks plugins. The simple solution. Whoa. Dang it, I'm using Blender shortcuts now. Simple solution, just don't update. Ever. Alright, so here we go. We got before, everything made out of CSG boxes, very rigid patterns, no whimsy at all. Versus, look at all that whimsy. Look at those wonky angles. That's what we want. Wonky angles. With Blender more seamlessly? Probably. It probably does. Alright, I'm getting rid of the old General Store and Saloon scenes. Don't need them anymore. Alright, main task for the night is not Blender work. I'll keep Blender open in case we need it. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, there's some... I was talking about some fun little things you can do to help. Specifically, if you name an object -col at the end of it, then when you import the GLB file, it will automatically... let's see if I can... It'll automatically generate a static body along with the mesh. So the mesh will automatically get a matching collision shape already set up, which is nice. That can help. So you can actually set up your hitboxes to perfectly match the mesh. Sometimes, though, your mesh is going to be a little bit more complex than you want to do for the actual collision. So you can disconnect them and say, here's the visible mesh, and this one is -col only, which means this block will not render. It will only import as a collision box, or a static body with a collision shape. Free student trial of 3ds Max. Nice. I mean, I guess they would rather get people on it than not, right? You want to become the big player in the industry. Then you gotta get as many people using that exclusively as possible. So you're still here, nice. You're not the customer though. You're not the customer. The customer is the big companies that have like 30, 50 people using software, and they have to decide which software are we going to go with for our company. And then they're like, hey, all you people coming out of school, what do you guys know? Oh, we all know 3ds Max. Well, I guess we gotta pay the licensing for 3ds Max then, because that's what they're all using. Anyone can, yeah, but that's not like the main target. That's why education copies are so cheap, is they don't care about you having the software. They care about you knowing the software so that their software is de facto, this is the one you use. Blender is great. I love it. Imagine using proprietary software. So true. I build out my models in raw bytecode. Okay, main task for tonight. Now that I've finished my talk about coal only and coal, are there any other? Hang on. Aside from dash coal and coal only, what else can we do? Oh, there's actually also 2 more. It's the same ones, coal and coal only, but prefix those with conv, as in convex. It is convex. Unlike triangle meshes, which can be concave, convex shape can only accurately represent a shape that doesn't have any concave angles. Yep. Not suited for level geometry generally, but better performance if the mesh fits. Oh man, this is a dumb thing to be excited about. There's gonna be a YouTube video about how bad Adobe is, and I'm looking forward to that whenever it comes out. Allegedly, that's H Bomber Guy's next topic that he's working on, and his videos are top notch. I think it's probably a good habit to just switch software every once in a while. Got interviewed? He's been interviewed many times. Just emptying the money in the bank account and not paying. What are you gonna do, Adobe? What are you gonna do? What? A YouTuber interviewed a different YouTuber? Unbelievable. Okay, we need to plan out Lissa, the third partner in the game. Let me pull open Leon's sprite sheet. Leon, where are you, Leon? There's Leon. Okay, so we got Leon here. So, Lissa. I do remember that. One. Go Blender, Affinity. What is Affinity for? Is that art? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Well, I'm using Krita? Gosh, I is a very vague vowel. Now previously I have been using the same copy of Adobe Photoshop CS2 that I got in 2005. 2005. I got a student copy of Adobe Photoshop CS2. It was like $100. And I have been using that same copy since. For the past, 20 years. I've been using a single piece of software longer than some of you guys have been alive. Oh, nice. Perfect. Let's talk partners. Getting our third partner. Oh, also, I did figure out what I want the special attack to be. That you unlock at the end of Chapter 2. I still haven't named the special attack you get at the end of Chapter 1. It's just an offense move that is basically like breakout. I want to do like a matching game, I think. And what it will do is it will unlock temporarily a new menu option. So you've normally got attacks, items, tactics, special, the usual. What I want to do is add that when you use this one, it's going to be like a what am I thinking of? It's going to be kind of like a Yoshi's Island minigame. There was a Yoshi's Island matching minigame. Bonus challenges is what they called it, apparently. Match cards? Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so Yoshi's Island had this minigame where you would basically do match cards, and every match would get you an item that you could use from the pause menu. And getting them all would get you like a bonus 10 up. So I want to do something like this for the minigame. Also give it a timer. Give it a timer where you actually have to like, find all the matches you can. Glitch Yoshi, I haven't watched any AGDQ this year. Oh, from 11 years ago. Oh, no, I don't think I did. So what these will do is they will go in a special item pocket for that battle only. So this will give you a handful of free items you can use. I need to figure out the balance on these. Maybe it's like percentage-based health gain or something like that. It's going to be balanced around the fact that you're going to have to spend a turn to use the move, and then you have to spend a turn to use the items. So it's going to be kind of expensive turn-wise. So I think the items can be pretty solid. But I don't want it to step on the toes of the other things we've got. Because your first special move is supposed to be your recovery one of getting back health and energy. Your second one is supposed to be mostly damage. So this concept I've got of like items, that can be cool, but I need to find a way to make sure it doesn't remove the usefulness of the first two. Mr. Mario Maker, Carl Sagan 42. Yeah, I've just not watched him for a long, long time. No reason or anything. He's not like a bad guy or anything. Okay. So, Molissa. Lissa the Mole. So the special, Lissa's field attack, or her like overworld move that she uses outside of battle. I did not. So it's gonna be that you're gonna do like a little spinny twist, and go down into the ground because she's a mole. And then temporarily there'll be like particle effects of like boulders appearing, like little, well, not boulders, but like dirt clumps wherever you go, and your hitbox will be shorter, significantly shorter. You'll still have a hitbox, but it's just not going to work. And then I need something to handle what happens if you go off of a ledge. I guess that just ends the move and you fall, or something like that. Because it'd be really hard to keep you from going off of a ledge. But it's like, I guess I could do something with, like, raycasting to say, like, after moving, if you are now going to be over a gap, then undo that move or something. We'll figure something out. So all that to say, what does Mole-Lissa look like? What do moles look like? Mole. Careful. Mole animal. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a perfect little guy. It's just a nose. Just a nose for a face. So, like... There's a nose. Potentially, yeah, give it a little bit of a... She can be wearing goggles. So I've got this idea of her as like a bit of a tinkerer, but she's mostly about explosions. That's like her main interest. She wants things to blow up. She wants to see things blow up. She wants big boom. She likes bombs. So exactly. So she'll have beady little eyes, but maybe like some zany glasses, some blast gear. Safety goggles, or we do like welder's mask kind of deal. It's just up. So happy. Kind of imagine her being like a little bit like give her a big old unibrow. Actually, that could be the form of the glasses. I gotta be careful that I don't just accidentally make Monty Mole or something though. She can get some kind of like Cat has an animation where like she puts her glasses down. Lissa can have one where her glasses like pop up in shock or something like that, and you just see like some just little tiny eyes or something like that. Or should these be more like this? That might make more sense. She gets old lady hair. She's no spring chicken. Um. Maybe she could be like really old. She's a granny mole. In which case... I'm not far enough into chapter 3 planning to tell you what things should sound like. So I'm hesitant to just say here's what I need. But actually there is something that might be fun to do. We need a King Snail reprise. King Snail is back, baby. In chapter 3, he's a mid-boss. Spoilers. But this time he's got more backup, more muscle on his side. King Snail is sicking a giant snail on you, like a huge snail. The battle snail. Because he's a commander, he's not a frontline fighter. I would love it if it included parts of the original song, but not as, it doesn't have to be the main focus. I would like to kind of have that much as like King Snail's main recurring motif, but it doesn't need to be the trumpet stuff. It can actually be done as more of a, you could combine it with the Wild West instruments, but it is going to be a battle theme against snails. Let's be honest, snails. But yeah, you could mesh those. Let's see here. What else we want? Way that, like, you would wear a bandana over your head, right? It'd be like that. You'd have like mole shape. Figuring out the mole shape. Figuring out the mole shape. Nope, because it's got to go down, doesn't it? And then like ties up in a little bow. Something like that for the general idea. That can be the general shape. What we got here, like just a little bit more knotted bits here. can't tell what in the world is going on here with like knotted fabric. I don't know. There's like blobs of shapes. Maybe when it's colored, it'll look good. I don't know. Okay, so vaguely like that. Maybe. That could be a mole. That could be a mole. Little moly feet, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work. Or maybe not. Maybe just like mystery blob. Mystery blob fabric. I don't know. Mole. Let me check something else here. See if there's anything I can do. Go Wild West theme a little bit more. What would be old lady fashion in the Wild West? Doesn't quite work, does it? Not so much. Not so much. How do I draw a mole? How do I draw a mole lady? Looking at moles. Just looking at pictures of moles. No. No. I don't like old lady mole. Does not fit. Does not fit. So part of it works. Get rid of that, get rid of that. I think more of like, too friendly. She needs to be a danger to herself and others. So let's bring back, bring back this. Let's try this a bit more. Wait, no. Let's more of a like a little unhinged. A little bit unhinged. Okay. Maybe. That's a little bit. Swirly eyes. A classic, right? Okay, just a little fang. Maybe stretch this up more. Bigger eyes, bigger eyes. This is too sweet old lady. This lady needs to be a liability. Whereas Leon gets added into the party and is this very naive, friendly, to a fault, little small bean character. Lissa is going to join the party and you're just worried that you're all going to die. Frizzy no. A little bit mad. Not quite. Not quite. There's nothing scientific about her methods. It is make big bomb. Let's see here. And also a mole. Her to be not little baby mole. No, she's like Lisa Simpson. Hair. That doesn't sound crazy. That sounds like she's got it figured out. Moles don't have hair. This is a problem. Cat doesn't have hair. Leon doesn't have hair. She needs an accessory, not hair. Helmet is good. Ear protection is good. She's not the bow sort. Same as Cat. It's not her shtick. Okay. This is something. feels almost like too detailed, you know? I almost want to move the goggles up, but then it's like, is that just Cat again, but with more things going on? There we go. Give her some pupils. Maybe that helps. Claws. Just for that, it's gonna be even thicker. She's a mole. They're just little blobs of animal. Feet. Leon, what do you look like? What do you got going on, Leon? What does Leon? Oh, there's his little feetsies. Okay. The classic. Very squat. Maybe it should be more of a more apart. More gremlin. Let's see here. I mean, presumably she just uses her claws. But she's quite an intimidating character. She's quite gremlin. So true, so true. This makes her look a little bit too young. I kind of wanted her to be quite a bit older. Because I like the contrast with Leon being very, very much basically a child. Let's get the Leon art here. Just so we can compare. Who's to say she can't also have a great psychotic laugh? This will make her about the same size. That's just a matter of getting the proportions right. Vaguely. Bomb. Where'd my extensions? Where did all my extensions go that were supposed to handle this for me? I had so many. Should be good. This feels too, I don't know, detailed. I don't want the art to be super detailed like that. And that's just it's just hook hand. Where's the middle ground here? Where's the middle ground here? A shovel. That's awful. Super awful. Hate it. Hate it. What kind of tails do moles have? Rat-like looking tails, which could work pretty well for like make it like a fuse. Is the gag. Something like that. But then I feel like I'm not going all in. She's not just a bomb. She's got this complicated head stuck on there. What's her deal? What's her deal? Just hanging there? That looks stupid. Am I gonna have to change what animal she is just because I can't figure out a way to get the character to look right? 'Cause all I know, and this, I guess this is technically optional, is that it was just supposed to be burrowing themed. But maybe it could just be bomb themed. And it could be any animal, even an armadillo. We got armadillos now. Let me look at our armadillos. No, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it at all. Could be something completely unrelated to the desert. Man, drawing decent characters kinda sucks. Huh. Yeah, because I don't like this. I don't like this. Leon... Alright, admittedly, Leon was awful until he got his glasses. And it was like, okay, you've won me over, Leon. We're on the same team now. So maybe there's something just missing that makes the character look good. But Leon's got a much simpler design overall. Like, there's very little going on here compared with you know, this complex whatever this is. This little gremlin character. Okay, so where's our problem here? Try different body shapes. Awful. Still awful. That removes some detail at least. mean, it would definitely need the headlamp if we're gonna do miner's helmet. And a brim would kind of cut through the goggles or cover them in some way. Makes you thinking dropping the ear protection. Maybe that gives us more head. So that almost looks more like a drill sergeant's cap. And then we got this awkward, like, what does the back of her head look like? That's, now she's some weird sausage creature. Just gets worse and worse. Maybe I need a bit of color or something to, or at least some shade to separate these areas a bit. Right. Vaguely that. See, that just looks like rat or something. I get very little mole vibes from this. Okay, so like... Something like unhinged. Getting weird Mickey Mouse here. I mean, maybe it could be like, yeah, like a hidden character kind of thing of like shadowy. All that you see is, you know, just a little bit of nose. But then there's gotta be, you know, the helmet and all this other stuff attached to that for everything to be coming out from. How did this one look earlier? Vaguely like that. Let's see, high trench coat. Doesn't really work super well for this, does it? Excellent. I guess we'll go ahead and check it out here in a bit. Probably gotta turn this down. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like that. I think that's good. More of that. More of that. Yeah, I like it. Things are louder than they're supposed to be. I mean, I don't have this balanced. I don't have Discord and the audio player balanced audio-wise. So we had someone join the Discord. Which is all that already is like, you joined and it wasn't during a stream. How did you find this Discord? What happened to you? And so I checked and I've actually got a mutual server with them. Like, okay, that maybe that makes sense. They heard about something that I'm doing on another server and they hopped into this one. And so I checked that. Well, I checked the only other server that we had in common, which is Chip's server, Big Boy Games. I was like, okay, That's interesting, you know, what's going on with that? Well, now I'm not so sure. Hang on. And so I checked, and they joined my server and Chip's server at about the same time. I'm like, okay, that reeks. And Chip was not live at the time either, and I wasn't live. That makes me think, like, okay, I'm not in any other channels with Chip. That makes me feel like this is someone who's just like surfing through Twitch software dev categories, but not live ones. How would you do that? Videos? Like just looking for recent VODs? And why would they join the 2 Discord servers within 10 minutes of each other? What mysterious thing is happening here? What mysterious thing is going on here? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's the only 2 I know. But I mean, more would make it even weirder, right? I feel like it would make it even weirder. What's going on here? Now I'm trying to figure out, like, did they say anything on... No, they didn't. They didn't say anything. They didn't say anything on Ship server. Yeah, like, why? How would you get to my Discord server? Riddle me this. How would you find my Discord server? This mole stinks. Yeah, exactly. Discord link in the bio. The bio of my Twitch channel, right? How would you get to my Twitch channel when I'm offline? Why would you arrive at my Twitch channel when I'm offline? I'm not saying that never happens or anything. Those are just weird looking things, aren't they? It doesn't have to be a mole. We could pull out the fox character. Foxes can dig. This guy would be a great character. He would just need a lot of accessories to make him into a unique partner. Or raccoon. Raccoons aren't as much of a digging sort. That guy's not gonna work. Not one bit. I don't like that, no. I'm afraid not. It's not gonna work, unfortunately. Beaver. I mean, we've got the actor for it, but he's not really built for this kind of thing, is he? I guess the fox isn't either. But maybe with enough customization, we could make the fox work. Maybe we can make the fox work. A burrowing fox. Foxes do burrow, so it's viable. It's viable. Let's go for it. Let's try this. I'm not like super pleased, but it's doable. Okay, so to make this happen, we wasted a lot of time there trying to figure out how to draw that before throwing in the towel. I hate it, but it's all right. Okay, so partner base. Done. We'll need to get. Let's see if we can just do some programming or something, just so this night is not a complete waste. Absolutely awful. Okay. So. We would need to add Fox. Whatever the fox's name is going to be. Okay, next, game manager. Current partner, Fox. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna need some tweaking, for sure. Let's take a look at that. Is that on linear? It is on linear. Okay, that would do it. Front armor. No, that's not. Okay. I mean, maybe it'll be a more unique sprite instead of just copying the existing one. Gotta work on the collision here. Oh, that's inside out too. Dang. How did that happen? Well, we do need to fix that, huh? Alright, and then also... this guy needs that. And then we need to match Cat's collision. Layer 4, mask 1. Layer 4, mask 1. There we go. All right, great. Let's build out a crummy particle effect. Draw passes. What's that rock that we have? This one. New mesh. Take that mesh. Nope. Going for a dot mesh. Oh. Surely not. And maybe? That's gonna save as a TSCN. What can I save this as? Okay, so maybe that's not gonna work. We'll just save it as a, just make it a sphere. I'm almost certain I've already used this elsewhere. Tree lower. I had a particle effect for this rock. This, right here. Yeah, look at that. It's right there. Copy that. Paste it. Alright, cool. Make it unique. Now, how in the world... what can I do with this? Replace this with a new standard material. Use vertex color as albedo, but for now, something more kind of brownish, rocky-ish. You can't randomly rotate a. You can't randomly rotate these, can you? That really sucks that you can't. You can in code, but that's not what I need, is it? Radial velocity is going away. Orbit velocity is going around. So don't want that. Emission shape, sphere. Radius, small. Display scale, small. This is gonna be like rubble, you know? display. I want to do. Okay, I think what I want to do here is actually change this. Oh, no, I guess this is fine. Scale curve. There we go. So we get our little blobs of stone that appear. Spawn position. Offset. A little bit higher. A little bit lower. A little bit more often. I would love a nice... Okay, hue variation. Yes. Oh, never mind. 0.1. Okay, there we go. Just a little bit of variation in the ground color. So now the idea is... as this guy moves around, he's leaving like a trail of dirt in the ground, which is great if it's enough. That is the question, really, isn't it? So imagine that you can't see the player or the partner. So that's a decent trail of like dig. And I can tone down the emission speed when it stops moving if we want to. Bump up this to like double. So I think we want to bring this down further, like just a little bit. Spawn position 0.05. Shape scale. Let's flatten it out a bit more. Oh, okay. Well, now I feel like I do want it up higher. I feel like that's a good like dig trail going on there. And if you have a nice like dig noise going on, then that works out well. Let's change the scale here. Let's try doubling it. That looks pretty good. Let's increase the time that it lasts. And we're going to make it follow the player exactly when we do this. All right, Fox might end up just being a placeholder, and that's fine. We won't be able to jump when using this move. Okay, so what does this look like when you use the move? Okay, so this is going to be normally hidden. Oh, no, wait, it's going to be normally not emitting. That's the key. And then when you start, it'll emit. Yeah, then it'll just go away on its own. Okay, so your magic ability. Let's look at Leon's ability. If nothing else, we can get the partner move, the burrowing move done, even if we don't have art for a partner yet. Okay. Yeah, I guess we need... Hey, Maps. Good to see you. All right, so we're gonna do lock input of follow target temporarily. Set velocity to 0. Don't have to mess with the facing. Tween global position. So for Leon, it was 0.2 seconds to jump over into position. We'll call this move start time. Oh, nice. You know, as much website stuff as I've done, I've never done anything with Python. Weirdly enough. Move exactly to the global position plus... Yeah. So right in front. And then... So we can do... await. Let's just do an await. So as soon as you move over the course of 0.2 seconds, and maybe there'll be an animation change as well there. Then, after that, we're going to have them both spin in place. Let's say 0.3 for that. That's going to be... I guess it's going to be self.sprites. Yeah, I think that's one of the best ways to learn is to kind of link it to something else that you already know pretty decently. Spin time. Self.sprites.rotation.y plus 2 times pi. And what's tween parallel? What's the syntax for tween parallel? Oh, what's chain? Not familiar with chain here. Makes the next tweener run parallelly to the previous one. Okay, so if I say tween2 dot parallel, then it'll do this. Then await for spin time. And then... Oh, and I also wanted to both move... Ooh. I want both sprites to move down vertically. I guess scale-wise. I don't want them to look like they're squishing, but they are gonna be looking like they're squishing. Yay, web dev. Yeah, web dev good. Sprites. Position. Y. minus, I don't know. Player dot scene sprites. How far does this need to go down? 1. 1 is good. We'll go 1, and we'll also do a sort of squish. Four days now, nearly done. Oh, nice. Oh, that's pretty big. First customer. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see how bad this breaks. Oh, that's not bad at all. That worked decently. Let's see here. Is underground equals true. Input locked is now false. And also, GPU particle 3D dot emitting equals true. And I would like to have the player speed. Just as trying to see this for back end. I don't think you know what? A coworker of mine was talking about Vue like years and years ago, and I never bothered looking into it. I've heard good things. Speed. All right, let's see how well this works for a burrow effect. Oh, a slight change to that needs to happen, which is process if is underground, then global position equals follow target dot global position. Lighter React, simpler syntax. Yeah, I did not enjoy React that much. Now, the silly thing is, I think I can still jump, and my player will jump out of the ground a little bit. Yeah, like that. Which is not how that should go. Okay, we still need to work on the hitbox stuff and not letting us jump. Also, I feel like we need to address the particle effect, size, text. Here we go. This curve right here needs to ramp up like almost immediately. And I think we can bring it down a bit more. Okay, next. Okay, so if we're already underground, then come back up. Let's make that a variable instead of just doing this magic number here. Dig height. And I need to add a scaling here because, like, what if we're in a thin platform? I don't want the player to just like appear below somehow magically. That's gonna be really hard to manage. I need to mesh this with like a scaling at the same time, or something, or hide it under a big dig effect or something. Okay. Ugh. So first, push it, spin us up back into position. And then, I don't know, move us to the right a bit. And then is underground is false. Change our speed back to full. Stop emitting the particle effect. There we go. So we can dig and pop out. My move speed is not changing. I just noticed. Why is that? Huh. Why is that? Something about speed here, right? Not that. That's manage target locations. Oh, is it something that the player manager does rather than the actor code? It sure is. Speed. Whoops. What? How did I pop that out? Oops. Okay, we're back. Okay. So I actually need to adjust speed of the player, and that's under the player manager. We can do that. We can do that. Speed. Maybe a little too slow. But it's not meant for extended digging. It's meant for like dip under something and you're done. Why did you just come into the exact same spot as me right there? Here, you're fine. But if I'm facing left, you're not. Why is that? Why is that? That's weird. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but it's weird. Let's scale the sprites down. Oh, actually, better yet, let's make a, let's make some test, stuff here. Okay. So the main idea is we want to be able to go under small ledge, which we can't do yet. And what we definitely don't want is this. We don't want that visibility there. And dang it, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it all right. Shoot. So I'm gonna need to make a custom model that's a lot more flat, I think. Unless we've got some way I can... Can I scale the GPU particle effect and have that do anything? No. Okay. So scale is going to affect it as a whole. Mesh. Is there a way I can mess with this object? Not easily. Ah, well. Alright, we'll deal with that later. The rocks appearing below is not a huge deal. I don't like it, but it's not a huge deal. Falling off is a huge deal. Definitely don't want that. I don't know if Melissa is happening. We'll see. That's something I'm just gonna need to sleep on. Alright. Changing the collision shape. That's scary. So I need an alternate collision shape or something for Dabble. Which, I mean, I could just have a this is the collision shape you use when digging set up. Now, what would that look like exactly? And then I would need to actually turn off the collision here. Does that work that way if I just disable? Can I just disable a collision node? No, because it's not actually processing that's the problem. Oh, there's a disabled button. Okay, there we go. I can just disable a collider. So I could have an alternate collider here. Just for Dabble. I guess it'd be a sphere. Like a pretty small sphere. Is that going to be enough to get us under stuff? Maybe. Let's find out. I guess we're done with Blender. Wait, hang on. I've got so many things open up. Hey, Ron, thank you.
How's chapter 3 going?
Oh, it could be better. No, it's fine. Okay, so it's about that big, which I think is reasonable. Like, as long as you got 0.2 clearance, or is it 0.4? 0.4 clearance. Thank you for the 13 months. That's almost a year. It's incredible. Yeah, we're making progress. Okay. I think what this means is that player manager is going to get a is underground or is digging variable. I don't know if I'm going to be able to draw a mole or not. That's my problem. That's really what my problem is. It's not easy, as it turns out. Let's see here. I mean, that's the current probable setup is, yeah, we'll just kind of do that and hope for the best. Player jump. If is digging, then no, you are not gonna jump. And then we need to deal with swapping the hitbox. Like the foxes can burrow. So maybe a fox. If I can throw enough cute accessories on it, then everybody be fine with it being a fox, you know? Let's see here. Disabled. And then dig collider. Go. And then when you stop, we're going to swap them. What if you're under? What if you're under something when you pop out? What does that do? I don't know. That's scary. Oh, cool. Forgot to turn the main collider back on. Okay, so normally can't get under these, but if we do this, oh wow, we can go under, and then we pop back out, and now we can't go under again. Okay. But right now there's nothing stopping us from just getting into the collider, which is bad. We don't want that. Also, there's nothing stopping us from digging through very thin things or going off of ledges. So I think we need to say, if you go off of a ledge, that's an instant undig. So that one's not too bad. Let's see here. If follow target dot is on floor. If we're not on the floor, then that is a problem. Call, use ability right away if that happens. Okay, should be easy enough. So oh, I see. Okay, slight problem there. Is underground needs to be changed immediately, or else that's going to keep getting called over and over and over. Okay, so that'll stop us from... Yeah, I don't love that. When I'm undigging, I need to stop this emission immediately. so that as soon as I fall off the ledge, yeah, we don't get any new little bits. Okay, next up, let's make it so that when we're going down into the ground, the sprites disappear. So maybe instead of position changing, well, maybe it still changes by like a little bit, but also we go a 10th scale. Sprites scale Y. Times 10. And divided by 10. Okay. Let's see. Why is scaling the sprite sending me so far down? What's my oh, because I still have the old position value is carrying over there. Okay, so let's try that again. Oh, that's much better. Except when you come out the side. Ooh. Ooh, not good, not good, not good. Okay, so we need to also go invisible. So in addition to doing all of this, once you get down there, turn the sprites invisible. And then when you get here, right before you pop up, turn the visible again. All right. Good. My sprites were still visible, weren't they? I think I still see some visible sprites. I don't know about you. Why do I see visible sprites? Visible is set to on. But why? Why would you do this? What? Oh, I bet something else is turning it visible. Yeah, but what? It's gotta be actor base, right? Or even sprites. Not sprites. Actor base. Yes. Right there. Iframes. Iframes default to 0. They're clamped to 0. I think this won't break iframes. There we go. Now I'm actually invisible. Okay, that actually looks okay. That looks fine. Next up is you need room. How big is the player's default collision shape would you say? 1.038. You know, pretty natural natural amount. We'll pull it off of the collision shape. Okay. So we need a function can emerge or has room to emerge. If you don't have room to emerge, just stop. Maybe we'll throw a little sound effect or something later. Okay, raycasting. I've got some instance of that somewhere. Oh, I guess I don't anymore. Do I not? I've got one somewhere. Do I have any raycasting? Good old raycast. Oh, thank you for the follow. All follows are anonymous. Sorry, I'm in another tab here. Right, query parameter. It's coming back. I don't remember where we use it. Leon. We use it on Leon to determine where a wall is when he's doing his tongue hookshot thing. Okay. So you create a query from a point to a point, get an intersect ray, now how does this not need collision layers? That feels weird, right? And then result.position is where it hits. So this is actually not going to be hard at all. So what we can do, it's gonna be super easy actually. Start at follow target dot global position. Let's see here, player, collider, height. Let's just slap that in for now. So go from there to collider height. Yep, that's a big one. It's a big long line. Do an intersect ray, and then if result, that means that you hit at some point, right? So if result, then you do not have room to emerge. Otherwise, you do. Okay. Does it work? Does it work? Here we go. All right. So we can go in the ground. Uh-oh, it doesn't work. It's probably colliding with myself, I would assume. How do I determine the layer? Collision mask. While the exceptions method works fine for excluding the parent body. Oh, right, there's something about excluding the parent body. Query.exclude self. Yeah. Much more efficient to use collision masks. Ah, perfect. Can be supplied a collision mask. Oh. Oh, really? And it's here. Right there, collision mask. Okay, so what colliding such and such do I want to collide? Well, layer, not to. Tongue targets, no, just solid, which is, I think, just layer 1. So if I just pass in the number, literally just the number 1. Uh-oh. Oh, need a comma there, as it turns out. Okay, so this should make sure that I only, I should probably start the collider like a little tiny bit higher. Hey, look, it works. I can't get out because there's solid above me. Yay, we did it. All right, so now we can dig down. We pop out automatically when we leave a ledge. That's good. I'm sure there's, this is gonna be a nightmare to test because somebody, I'm not gonna name names, somebody is gonna try and use this to squeeze into places that I was not prepared for. I can already think of places in the game that this would definitely cause problems with. For instance, this fence, I think. Nope, there's an invisible wall. Okay, well that's good. That's good. Did I just see some Z fighting? I might have seen some Z fighting. I bet you could get under here. Oh, nope, it's just a little bit too... See, I need to go back to these places and adjust the art for a lot of them. Because, yeah, that is the thing I have to do. Because it's like, you see this and you're like, oh, I think I can dig under that. Well, no, you can't, thank goodness. But I think I might be able to get under this table. Nope, not quite. This is very silly. I need to make it so you can't interact, because otherwise you're gonna be able to do this. Yeah, that's no good. So player logic. Not that. Not that. Where's the talk? Where is that? Ah, Photon! Welcome in. Not too much longer until I'm also out for the night. Hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope your stream was good. Dialogue Zone. That's the one. Is in zone. Activate. That's what I'm looking for. Activate. All these things that can do activate. I need to make it so they don't work. Piggyback, yay. Player. What is player? What is a player? Miserable pile of secrets. It's the body object. Okay. Activate. Oh, here we go. Act results. Okay, this is easier. This is easier. And not input locked. And not... is digging. No interacting while digging. We have a new ability. New partner needs work. I tried to draw a mole and it turned out terribly, so I'm just borrowing this fox for now. So now we can dig. And it's fine. But it just needs more work. Give me this guy over here. Dig! Okay, can I talk? No. Okay, good. Can no longer talk. It works, yeah, it works. It's probably gonna look really weird on the stairs. That's a little weird, but it's okay. Can I go under here? Ooh, see, that's a problem. All these little places that should not be allowed. I'm gonna have to figure out, like, well, should I allow you to be there? I guess that's fine. I guess that's not a huge deal. Okay, so I shouldn't be able to purchase. Yeah, I can't purchase while digging. Yeah, maybe too scary an amount even. Okay, good. And you pop out. Good. Okay. I think functionally it's fine. It needs a little polish, so sound effects. The main effect is fine. The model needs to be better for thin platforms. So I think we want to take the existing one and basically shave off everything except the top bit. Because that's really silly. Because I don't want it cutting underneath. When you get to the edge, it's like, I don't love it, but we'll live with it. But it really looks great on just ground. Whee. I'm making it so that you still do, you would still get into battles while digging, but maybe that gets you to start out with a free move. Like a free attack move for your digging partner. Maybe I can make the dig fast, but timed. Like you don't lose you don't lose speed. Or maybe you get extra speed. What if that? What if that? What if there's a time limit on it and you get extra speed? That could actually be pretty fun. So let's do that. Let's say dig timer. When you go underground, dig timer starts counting at 4 seconds. And then dig timer moves towards 0 every frame. And if dig timer hits 0, then attempt to pop out. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Dig ratio. Let's say double speed. Because it's gonna balance out from the animation anyway, right? Well, actually, maybe not. Oh, geez, yeah. Like, hang on. No, that's too fast. That's too fast. For 4 seconds... For 4 seconds, that's too much. Let's give you, like, a slight speed boost while digging, and also make the digging much less digging. Let's say 1 second of digging. And so it'll try to pop you out of the ground as soon as you have the time, but it's gonna wait for 1 second. That, yeah. Because I feel like the slow digging is a little bit annoying, right? So let's let you go even faster while digging. Like, make it viable for getting past an enemy. But then you're kind of locked into place for a little bit, so it's like, oh, risk reward. Okay. I think that's fun. I think that's a fun thing. So let's just add our little to-do for the partner move. Improve rubble model. Sound effects. I think that's it. Is there anything else that we need for that? Eventually, heavy testing on previous areas. You're gonna be able to dig all over the place. I hate that. I hate that. It's fine. That's a dangerous one. The fact that you can just kind of like, you can probably squeeze into some places that I wasn't ready for. Okay, let's go visit somebody. Germ Dove. D. Germ Dove. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. Gotta figure out a better. We really had a. Didn't draw a mole well. Didn't draw a mole well. Gonna see what I can do at some point, but it's gonna be a bit. Thank you all for hanging out. Thank you again for the raid, Photon. Everybody that followed, appreciate that. Sub from Abram, awesome stuff. Everyone have a good weekend. Bye. Yay.